而且说您非常感恩仁波切那个教了您对治五毒的办法，但是仁波切回答说，一般修行的话，全部都要教你怎么来对治烦恼，就是你法要跟生活接触，跟人的日常生活对接，都要教这个，只要讲法都要教。对，但是呢，就是每个人的讲解的方式不一样。Oh, sorry, I should speak English. I forgot. So she said she really thinks I praise Rinpoche not because Rinpoche teaches us how to deal with our person, with our hatred, jealous, and ignorance, and arrogance, and proud. As well, and 5 poison. And the Rinpoche said, yes, if we give Dharma teaching, we should all come to this point to deal with our mood, deal with our daily life. Only different Lama have different way, different method to how to train your mind. Yeah. Normally we should know if we practice Dharma, which kind of benefit we will get, which kind of merits we will get. If we don't practice Dharma, which kind of fault we will have. So we should know the basic idea about it. Normally we will say, oh, the other side object, there is a Buddha statue, we should prostrate to Buddha statue, we should recite mantra, and they think this is very good. Yes, I don't say this isn't good, but we should know why should we do this. Normally we practice Dharma, we don't practice Dharma in outside phenomena, on outside object. We practice Dharma through the 3 doors, our body, speech, and mind. Because whatsoever we will experience, such as we are happy, we are suffering, we all experience through our body, speech, and mind. We will not experience our suffering or happiness through outside. But all of us, we want to be happy. No one want to be suffering. But we should know which kind of action will need us be happy and which kind of action will make us suffering. Then we know, which kind of action we should give up, which kind of action we should take. You see, when we get angry because our mind is angry, the same as generous, ignorance, pride, we all this passion we experienced through our mind. We should slowly recognize all these 5 poison in our mind. We should know the fault of our mind at first. Then we have opportunity to turn our action into virtual way and slowly accumulate merits.
다 랑거 대와던 도지게 다 샤와다 랑거 등거도 프렌도 샤와다도 잡고요 드시.
As a normal person, we live in society. Normally, we all want to do happiness for ourselves. We all trying to get rid of troubles.
다 추케가 래 시부고 돼야 마이너스게 돼야 랑게 명고다 샹게 명고 니가 명고 세건데.
But for the practitioners, they should have this kind of motivation. I want to live in happy way, and other people also want to be happy. So they should have the motivation. If the good things I want, all of us we want, we should not only think about ourselves or myself. We should think about other people equally.
당시 주반 마음 바다 소소 회의잖아. 다 소소고 피하대 냐스게 하사지 신보요들이 인식이 살던 거 사람 그렇게 되는 말도 바로 부족라다는 렌탄다 리드가 상로 막다가 소소고 다 가사지 피하대 냐스 신보요들이 거기고 그야 와서고 그렇게 상로던 살던 말도 그냥 바로 볼라 상로던 거 말이지. 당시 주변과 제정도는 소잔 사단나야 소소라다 신보단 대와 연나 바로 볼로스 되네 체력과 렌탄다 다 등거도 조금 더 걸리는 것은 다 등거도 용어도 힘이 다 조금만 거 요요들 염천 때는 거 요트시.
For normal people, they will eat meat, they will eat fish, or the birds, pigeons, the meat of pigs, all kinds of animals. They eat because they think, oh, the meat is so delicious. They only think about his own happiness. And he didn't think about the other beings, sentient beings are suffering for this. But for practitioners, maybe they also think, oh, I want to eat meat. But the meat based on the suffering of other sentient beings, then they said, oh, I shouldn't behave in this way. I want to be happy. Then other sentient beings, they also want to be happy. Then I can be happy, but I shouldn't look for happy basically by other people's suffering or lose their life.
다 주바이디 통하는 회의나 다 그래서 식마니 머릭 임바 머릭만 바 심지 탐절라 용서를 적발라 다 디데아터 고고 세이다 디통도 그때 삼바장도 정용나 다시에 찍고신 삼바장어 세고 뜻.
If when we think about the happiness and suffering, not only think about the human beings, but think about all the sentient beings. Once you have so broad mind, then you already have the basic of bodhicitta.
다음에 제가 람다티암 조금 속성부 추점님 삼나 다 치크되나 다 어이고 다들이 삼 소소고 다 산지게 다 산지 축송이 산지게 추도 다 다르인데 딜람도 다 소소식 버동도만 용서고 돈들이 삼주 히디 딜람들라티 선디 다 추바세기언들이.
For example, we want to take a refuge, and we don't only think about the benefit for myself, but also think about I want to benefit all the sentient beings. Then you take a refuge or you recite the songs of a refuge. Then that's really good.
다디 추트 전 고도 쇼로 그 열부터 마브전이 소소 샘게 그터거디 젠디게 디 샘게 그터고 전에 오르기다라 다 추바데 탐짓 냠니 이코 추드 세게요트스
So as a practitioner, we say, oh, we want to study Dharma. Then we shouldn't only put our attention to outside object. We should really pay attention to our own mind, to really training our mind. If you can do in this way and have good heart, have bodhicitta, and trying to pay attention to change our mind, then we can say you are a real practitioner. You are really study Dharma.
Bodhicitta is that energy of aspiration toward Buddhahood that fuels your practice. It's rooted in compassion and it flows out towards all the needs that exist.
To be aware of everything at the same time, at the one time.
That yearning to liberate all other beings from suffering by transforming yourself. This is what is meant by bodhicitta.
Yeah. 그렇게 제가 보시는.
그거 다른 다디 추등을 색깔을 생각 다른 색깔 장점만의 희망 다 길겠나 속원지나 블라마지나 다 들은 거 그거 장점이 약과 이 그거 생기게 더 호전 약과 이 차디가 팀마 바로 보라 코고 뒷용아도 희차디 바로 보다디 호전한테 속치나 다대 블라마가 매 딱요 블라마세가 대세요 말이시는 가르가 거기 건다는 안직들이 상다다는 블라마세가 말이시.
So, as a practitioner, doesn't matter he's a Kambu, Tuku, Rinpoche, whatsoever, if they train their mind, they can tender their mind at first, they already had experience to how to tame their mind, then they share their knowledge or their way how to tame the mind with other people. We can call his a Lama, as a teacher, this is okay. Only word the ropes and think, oh, I'm so great. This has no meaning at all.
그거 뒤톡도나 당시 기차도 주바만 박해가는 말다. 주바 연바가 뭐 뭔가 새끼다 지금 라마 연느 책에는 다 소속을 점선라고도 소속을 홍장이가 이미 대 지키다자 만난 타서는 코라마의 코스tek만 옛날에 등등 연늘이지.
So nowadays the people they don't really went through hard training meditation. They don't really get the level of realization. They don't really get the experience of training the mind. But they will go to with the people who doesn't know Dharma, say, I'm so great, I'm so good, and take lots of students. Nowadays this happens a lot in the whole world.
대응을 주바 탐식을 다 블라마당 된 거는 블라마에 딱바 연바단 만바니 딱고 블라마에 딱바 연고세 딱게요 그래서 딱 거기서 점선데 딱이 더 그래서 이제 만바에 저기는 나바에 판통모터리 블라마에 저기는 딱 심지그 더다 홍신다 롭소 다가샤샤다 롭소 약간 조용나 주리 다 냐누인 주냐들이 소소 호장에 자다 말다 고아치가 심지르지 토용나 주레게연들이
because nowadays we will really emphasize you really should check the Lama if he is qualified, he's good or not so good. You should check very strictly. Otherwise, for nowadays, there are many people, they don't take responsibility for what they are doing. They only want to get the power. So many bad situations happened. So many bad issues happened in the society. And for this reason, I advise all the beginners to really check, pay attention to see the person is really has the ability to teach students or not. We should really pay attention to it.
How do you know?
Then you can study some basic books like the perfect words of my teacher, and there are many Dharma doctrine, right? 那个单词叫什么
Doctrines.
Doctrines, and you can through reading you will know some basic knowledge.
Perhaps you could recommend some books.
I don't just the perfect words
of
my
one
teacher.
that she just spoke of.
Okay.
Yeah.
In fact, there's a copy of it behind you on the bookshelf.
Okay.
We can find that. My question.
Also nowadays, the Zongsa Rinpoche speak English. He gave so much teaching. You give him the link to him.
I'll forward you some of Zongsa Rinpoche's teaching. He emphasizes so much on incorporating everyday practice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Listen to Zongsa Rinpoche's talking. He gives so many teachings.
I'll forward you.
Michael
has a question.
Sure. While he seeks his teacher, may I teach him Baijimin to chant, to prepare for his teacher?
다다 콘나마 짜다 요있나 콘나마 짜게 주부고 있나 코콜라 디게 이자 짜이나 애초 나서 지금 단 디세레 디게 콜라마게 돈나 이자게 롱낭송이나 코콜라 롱준 제시레 코 농코 말라나 가리 다디 맞아 코야만 lama chujila na show chasne yang kamore.
lama da
So normally if people want to study some mantra, at first he has to get a oral transmission from a qualified lama, and once he gets the oral transmission from a qualified lama, then you help him how to practice is great. Yeah. If we want to study Dharma, we should know basic idea about how to study. This is why Rinpoche said, check a teacher carefully, and you want to study some, look for the oral transmission, get the permission, then slowly study, it will be very good.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we can get a mantra
right away.
Be done.
Okay. 다 지난 건조디기 나이는 대는 농지자나는 건조지자 사이는 뭐가 그 잠도 돈벌는 그 레와연 지자디요. I told Rinpoche, you want to ask some oral transmission of mantra from Rinpoche. Rinpoche said, it's okay. Also, she said she wants to get the wall of refuge, and Rinpoche said, okay, so he will give us the oral transmission of mantra, and also we'll go ask the wall of take refuge.
Michael and I would like to take refuge.
Yeah.
In Rinpoche, we observed you. We have absolute faith in you.
건조 가서 저는 잠도 돈벌는 Anyway, he has more important information to tell you. He has more important information to tell you now. Okay. Yeah.
다 추세게 때리다 추세게 때려 가지고 gem선치 기립제들이 세 남아나 추전나 세셔마 대가다 등가를 용어들이 세 남아다 셔마를 신는 적은들이
nowadays some Dharma people, they will say, oh, if you behave very good, if you practice very well, then you will obtain happiness in your future lifetimes. You will be good in the future lifetime. Some people speak in this way. Some people, they think, oh, we don't have a future lifetime. We like the wind blew in the sky, then it's disappeared. Then when we died, like the wind is finished. Some people think in this way. So, do you think Rinpoche's idea is what he thought? There are two ways. One is people think we will be good, then we will be happy in the future lifetime. Some people don't think we have a future lifetime. Do you agree? This kind of idea? Did you see people have this kind of idea?
I have seen people with this idea, but I think differently. I think that there is no future and no past. I think there is now. And this is the time that you learn. This is the only time that we have. This is the only time that we are conscious. And so this is the time to practice and evolve, because I don't think that there is a future.
거기 디삼로 다는 게 미요요로 이나야 나 따와다 디 따와 가 맞을라 생기메 나게 따와 있나 나초 마음바 요 말에 나초 뭐마이나 다다 생도요래 나초 다다 나초 가르나나 가는 사마 다다를 나초 마음바 요 말에 나초 다다로데 거기 나초 사마 최치마야 세메 나초 남이나 다다게 걸어 다다 대도요래 나초 마음바 요 말에 거기 따와
어디 아마 바요는 말이지네 최셔마로는 말이지네 주박산 그 요체도 그냥 각한테서 이래지 주바가세 조도 대화를 등거냐 요나리 세계를 나 잠바가세는 지요는 말에 세계를 다 주바가세나 대화를 등거서요 간서 ранг дээр түнёр жижигнэмнэр ний дээр нёна учакв дээр нёр көсийг ямсан мэд ний дээр нёна чака нёр көсийг мэд 간서 рэрэ дээр түтө нёр ко 주바가세 гонэрэ
yeah. So, you don't think there have the future, you don't think there is a future lifetime, right?
No.
Yeah. So he said, this is not the idea of Dharma. Why? The Dharma will see, you will have the feeling, you will feel happy or suffering. And if you only say it is the present, then why we are happy and suffering, this kind of feeling will always catch us. So this is why we bring the idea, you have to try your best to be good, do what you do. Then when you put the compression nice seed in, then you will experience happiness. So Dharma people will think, if Dharma people, because we have feeling of suffering, happy all the time, then we don't only think that is the present, we will have different idea. Because for 那个我们的感觉，快乐痛苦的感受，这个怎么说？我刚才表达的是对的吗？
Yeah, our feeling of happiness and suffering.
Okay.
Yes. For Buddhist beliefs, there are many lifetimes. Our present is just a moment. It's accumulation of many lifetimes of past. And what we did in our past lives affects our lives now. And what we do in our life now will affect, accumulate to our future lives.
Future lives. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
다다치리 오늘의 주방치세 오늘의 기타 소소가 탐색우지 링어 역성부터 샘제부터 겹주 샘제부터 호소고는 레나 말다가 샘제부터 나다 지금 님모와게 다 와야되는 동좀参考 쇼회나 얼마나 적과미 오진다잖아 샘제부터 나락자 약과다 예약자원나 동좀 년나만 양ger적이다 년나만 약과미 오지 너처럼 년고르냐 주스다 돌고 캐나 시켜내나 냐한다거나 동좀 샘컴과 니까 다 존을 얼마나 다 존을 뒤르든 자가 말이지 왜 뜻다서 간서라나 소소 샘부터 거다 지 뒤르든 거 샤게 오늘이지 집심할데야
As Dharma people, we will think, now, for example, we have 10 people here, and during night time we have dreams. One people have happy dreams, that means another 9 people, they are all happy. One people have a nightmare, that means all other 9 people also experience nightmare. We will always say, as a Buddhist, look at your mind, see which kind of thought in your mind, and change your mind. Once change your mind, then you know how to. We are all want to be happy. Then you will know how to. Which kind of behavior will need us to live in a happy way. So we will deal with to training the mind.
So we are all responsible for each other.
Sure, we responsible for ourselves.
And for each other?
So I will ask him. Kon tada chenan gi nga so sem juju chena nga so so lekha gen che ko nga so ya mi xian da lekha nga so yang gen go che ko re ba.
No, so go sem je ju ge ta na so ko ne. So de ta dang no sa so sem je ko re. Mar par pu sem ji ta je chi hin ma re. Ta tam che ta rang ge de xing do no ge pan ma ka sa mo san da zong go jan na de lo so ka yo no jan ge ye de de la mer yin jo ne re pan sem go she da jan lo so cha ne re ne. Jan lo so cha de de no ta jan ge myon ma re si.
Yeah. We should at first take a responsibility for myself, and 我用 ourself 还是 myself 比较好一点，这个表达。Okay, we should take a responsibility for ourselves at first. When we study Dharma, we know how to change our mind. We take a responsibility for ourselves. Then, when we get this experience, we share our experience to how to change your mind with other people. Then we can help other people. But still, if other people change their mind, they will experience happiness by themselves. We will not experience their happiness.
Okay.
Yeah. So everybody should know how to take responsibility for themselves at first.
Okay.
Then once they gain the ability, they share the knowledge with other people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in short ways like this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now you want to take the role of taking refuge, right?
Yes.
Refuge.
고타르 점선로의 히타 지소르가 디지신 중내연 사는 다 소소 킬리니노 대장주도 바란세요 오늘이스 비비페티.
Why we take refuge? Because Buddha through study Buddha's doctrines, we know the reason why Buddha speaking in this way, and then we will follow him and study his doctrine. That's why we take refuge.
어떻게 다 산지가 송요지 처연들이 다 랭크식 돈도 많이 착각 돈도 연 랭크식 버거 리가요 선거다 고소 유주 생기다 그냥 뭐도 쓴다든 날 유주 있고 딜람나르는 연 랭크식 버거 팀 람더 호기는 맞아봐 파를 보여 하고 다 랭크 데이터 등을 도지데야 되면 도지를 등으로 생진 탐색은 도진도 데이터 있는 도지를 등으로 파를 보라 건너신 곳에 탐색을 프랭고
Then, what the Buddha talked in his doctrines, he said, we should not only think about ourselves, we should think about other sentient beings, and not only me or only I.
Only myself.
Only myself, not only myself wants to be happy. All sentient beings wants to be happy. Based on this, then we should not harm any sentient beings. We should, when we want to be good, then we want all sentient beings to be good. We should have this kind of basic idea. For all the sentient beings, idea wants to be happy.
And so ultimately the goal is happiness.
Di yinna chenan jamzho domba lanya yinna chenan ge soye ge rangshina nga so miyu di ge dewa rebe.
Muger dewa mare dewa drugse ge lama jozo lamri.
No, that's not the goal of happiness. This is the path or method to how to be happy.
다 회나 나 만바스가 니 동고 지나 나 나지요 니 만바스가 동고 지나 나가 카우시 니 만바토네 연 지나 니 만바 나트다나 나 차사르 마리시 만 통사르 만바가 제세고 답샤가 용적고 단사르 마리시 마리다 니 세마 어티 만바 약화즈린 그네테 스토네 단디가 나드 트라제오너 모바는 신탄은 나 트라제오너리 상조도 고아차 니 마나토님지리 나 마나토님지리 니 만바탄 만베가 만지 나 트라사르는 마리시.
For example, if I'm very sick, then I'm looking for a good doctor to cure my disease. And by speaking, I really want to meet a very good doctor. This won't cure my disease. Only I find a real good doctor and go for him, take treatment from him, then my disease will be cured. Only by speak, I want to find a good doctor to treat me It's not the result. Your disease already gone. No.
Man ba to na ju chi lam ri man ta na ta ma ta ta so ki khom chok som ba ya kyap sin jo ne kyam ju don ba lin ne o chu ti kyam ju ti don ba la lam de ti so na mo la na chu sim ji ko ta ko de ya de chu lam de jom na ya thob ji yo tri ma jom na ya thong jo ma man ba ta na ya na ta jo tri ma ta na ya na ta jo na ma ri ta da re.
By looking for a doctor is not the result you are being cured. By taking a refuge of Buddha means it will show you the path, the road, how to attain the happiness or the Buddha level. Does not mean by taking refuge you already become Buddha or you already be happy. No, this is only the path. Yeah.
Okay.
Ta sha khwen na chuba ma yin ba zaka. Shopon choose to marry to that. Man could jump on tiny meeting as a car commercial. Oh, man's a married, man back the married. Two or got a two Frank and Cabermahin in a neighbor to Kurgasham if the owner could get jumps on the on race.
And nowadays people will think, oh, Buddhism is fake. Or like saying one doctor, you don't know him at all, you think, oh, he's a fake doctor. This is by speaking this way because you don't know what it is. If you know the reason why the Buddha speaking this way, why this doctor, how he treated his people, if you know everything about him, then you can make your idea out. Oh, Buddha is great, or the doctor, he is a good doctor. You should put effort to study and learn to know how about it. Then you can make your mind very clear. Who is him or what it is. If without before you knowing about it very clear, you cannot say, oh, Buddha is no good. This doctor is no good.
Perfect.
I have a question.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure that I can articulate it. I can explain it properly. So I ask for your patience. I wonder about having confidence enough in yourself so that the things outside of yourself that you have no control over cannot make you question your confidence, make you question your worth. If I might give an example, I don't have a regular job. Some days I don't work. And some days I don't work for a long time. And I find it sometimes difficult not to believe that makes me inferior.
So you mean you're sometimes if the outside condition is not so great, you feel your self-confidence is influenced by the better situation, right?
Yes.
Then what's your question?
How do I make myself
have real self-confidence?
Exactly.
Okay.
How do I believe this?
Okay.
Deep.
You're so good.
Yeah. 그 깨졌지 뒤바인. 그런 참 바제 통선나 소소소소 이체도게 메호나 콜레카 코호지샤데 호나 콜레카 템보메 콘참참 레카 메도이나 다가리 투스노 코로코로 소소 이체도게 메다 레카 야보 요도나 어가 뉴바지나 간스나 소소소 이체도게 다 탑시 간체나 코로코로 이체도게리 디 탑시 에요 소소소 이체도게 소소소 고 야르자게 탑시 에요
소소소소라 샤와 예화 용나 속화 용나 다 예화 용나에 심간 좋지 속화에는 심을 등도 지금 심고 다 도만데 지크리스 지크리스 지크리다야 또 소소고 다 다른이마에 샤고는 니마가 심님 심님아이나 대래 다만 정말 남과 정말 소도요지 심 거거대 저거마다 그렇게 걸어올 그 다소소가 단자가 뭐 삼 심천주디요 제시
야야
애들이 니마 차이도 유티게 아다제 거다네 제 보쌈 심 긴지디요 제시 요지야 뒤 걸어올 그것도 심 그리지 이제 딱만 레시
예
제때야 심 거금 챙이도 탐니세고 주를 주박세고 정보 심 거금 대단히 좀 탈도 대단히 히트 심 거모나다 니디 도만 저 예치미치로 요 뇨는 말스
예
말에다 고 얼어 그때기 고 뭐마잖아 니마 고 할게 말이야 고 얼어 공거성네 또 소소 공거는 이게 또 무슨 거 그래서
야야야 you see, our life sometimes it's very windy, very strong wind, very strong slow. Then we will say, oh, it's horrible weather. We don't like. Sometimes it's sunshine and it's warm. They feel so happy. Oh, today is so nice. So for the temporary, our mind will change it by the temporary outside conditions. Why? I said the Dharma people, they should really, through practice Dharma, they recognize their mind. Oh, maybe now I have hatred, anger, pride inside. Through study Dharma, you will know what's the real face of your mind, of your thoughts. Then you will reach the level your mind won't change anymore by outside condition. Then you will only have happy and you will have very strong self-confidence inside.
가르치는 누유다는 개나는 입샤용요 레시. 실탄 그 소소다 세고 데이터에 흔들리는 작소치는 레시. 세고 데이터에 리스트던 마이너스 쇼를 이어고 타고니 보고 데이터가 다르다 찾았다.
So a few days ago, I gave teaching in New York, and I told the people nowadays they really look for material life. They want to get lots of money and have great life, but actually it doesn't matter. You are looking for temporary or absolute happiness. Even we forget the absolute happiness. Even we look for the temporary happiness, the temporary happiness will not based on the material life. We should really look out the mind to get this idea.
소소가 샘세조도 다 세라가세요. 그래서 뒤덮고 뒤집다나 책이라는 세라가 열 바로 일본이가야 세라가 지거나 때니까 지와는 말이지 탐는 말이지 잠방는 그렇게 다니가 지건 이제 탑고 말이지.
And we should really check our mind. Our life are so precious. We shouldn't change our mind with outside materials. Even the worth of the whole world to change with your life, we should say no. We should know that life is much more important, much more precious than all the world in the whole world. And when we recognize what the real thing is very important for our life, then we can hold our mind, be strong and be happy.
가르쳤다는 뭐가 다 화음절 침보였나 다 총을견이다 샤와라는 믿어야 되나 다 미프로졌다나 소소의 겸상들이 매력이 더다 지루와 참매치 지루와 용문고 더 그랬잖아 다 뭐가 샘가에 되고 소소소소 샘탁고 뻗고다 레그르게르게 소소 세라가 니카데 연거들이지 또 몸이 상황에나 여거 덕고다 찾긴 단나야가다 말담잖아요 소소 샘라장을 여거 그래서 소소 샘고 되게 사만민나 건지민나에 샘고다고 되겠잖아요 거기가 레지 그거 세라도 열을 보고서가 되는 마카스었던 거는 소소가 득정 돕니다 득정 카르리스
Nowadays so many people are doing business. When they have good business, they are happy. When they lose their business, they don't want their friends and the family know he's in so horrible situation. They are so unhappy. Then they will commit suicide. And this, they really don't recognize the life is much more precious, more important than outside material, what reputation, whatsoever. Everyone should know our life are so precious. We should always try to be happy. Doesn't matter I have food, I'm cold, or my condition, what is so poor, whatsoever. We should hold our mind, be happy. And I give more stocking by myself. I'm living mountain alone. I eat leaves, need the leaves of the tree and the grass. I'm still very happy. So we should really train our mind, be happy inside. Don't exchange our life with outside materials. No way.
어디 타요? 다 소소 생고도 다 대래게 도주도 사람이 대답 요요도 열라티니 소소 운전고 제시 소소고 셈소 데이터도 마고 열고도 데이터 잡고는 일라이 열고 열아 이제 또 마요도 대신고 데이터만 좀 녀도는 레스 간그러면 어쩌던 레스.
Why the people met obstacles? They are so suffering because they didn't recognize their mind. They don't know if you feel happy or unhappy. It's all coming from your mind. It's not from outside. But people, they don't make a clear idea about it. This is why when they meet obstacles, they feel so suffering. But we should really slowly through study know what's going on with our mind. And happiness has nothing to do with outside. We need to do it with our thoughts. Yeah. Now whole society, because the people they don't 他们没有辨清楚这种情况，英语怎么说？ They cannot tell the difference.
Yeah, they didn't recognize.
Yeah. Then this is why they are so influenced by their new condition.
那就文章呢，像这个慢慢我起码他慢慢他们这个在起码他们这个对等个的么讲，他前面没吃的个在大家看的人呢，什么的，然后没有讲的嘞。艺术呢，像这个也在那么说，空在出版呢，哦，看这个看呢，他和说不起来了，我说说个先看他们去破译，说说一个那这什么，那的对样呢，这个先他们 demo 的呢，他就是因的，这起码现在对他们的这个。추기 힘이 덕분에 비는데 제 마음과 대찬이 마음과 딱지용 뒤답이야 되는데
我请教你一个单词，一个人想自杀，一个人他去自杀，这个单词怎么说？ He wants to be suicide.
Yes, he wants to commit
suicide. Okay. Before in Sichuan, Wenchuan, Sichuan province, there was big earthquake, and during that time, because many people was died by big earthquake, the people still alive, they cannot bear so much suffering. Then they commit suicide. Then there also big earthquake happened in Yushu, Tibet. Then no one commit suicide. Why? There are so huge difference between the Chinese and the Tibetan people during the same horrible earthquake. Because the Tibetan people, they know the happiness is come from inside, training your mind. The Chinese put they think they're happy or unhappy based on the outside condition. That's why. Big difference between people.
But pomonika ta nyanda ngohi trita gasar dingna pa riti en semke po mari na semkam dangate semkam thona nacha ramanda jongro resi shopaina ta tala so ya pa yona ngasi thin ta so ya pa riti on resi ta chona khasa no yune yamota ge zeno dingi ta khande ne ke semto blor to chegi chupai no ko hi sa o chamsa da ka kan ta chekayin o gate semja ye ke me jisor ku shara ra me on da mo ki poin semkam ki poin ding na o motor sam ka min ma ka kan tor mo ma chi me mo sem ka ki poin ding se yena ka no yune 어때 다르지?
거기 딘딩가 동당아 거기 코로나
거기 따뜻해요. 그 누구라고다 가까이 그 연들이지. 이게 거기 네. 심금 심자이 그 메시. 누구라고 냠들이 나 가까이 내리 머리 좀 메시.
양 그 나자 집어 벗어놓고 그냥 지지.
나자 양마에 다 나자 펑나에 펑마 펑메시. 지소 그 너가 적다 함께 샤가 저거 명호이고 다나 심가게시. 또 지소를 마요나 띠끼 포레시. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. That details are not kind of real.
Nowadays, when people met obstacles, they will really get in trouble. And we know one Chinese lady, she, because separate from her boyfriend, then 忧郁症英语怎么说？depression. Yeah. Then she is very depression. And then in New York we met a lady, and her husband divorced with her. She's still happy, and she had horrible sickness with her body. She's still happy, but her mind, she said, oh, too much trouble for my life. I hope in the future I don't want to live in so much trouble. But so far, all these obstacles for her doesn't bother her mind. Rinpoche said, as a real practitioners, we should hold ourselves in this way. She really came with shining, happy face or big trouble in his life, but she said, I don't care. She really held her mind up. There is a Chinese lady.
다 실전 능력식 뭐였나다 그나나 전에 현조그리 다 라레나 잡아 나나 잡아서 티티에 현조자 다 다와 로체리 전라더니 티티에 코 머고잖아 심는 딱딱이 그래 심는 진노 그 머고나 잡아그래다 버나 나나 전에 그게 란통서 요리는 제가 현조를 들러가 심는 그러고지 득정이 그래.
Some people when they are very sick, they feel so suffering, but actually doesn't matter how many days, how many years you will survive. Everybody will die. Only the time. One is longer and one is shorter. If you think, oh, because I'm sick, I will die very quickly, and you're suffering so much for this. It's only 你自己倒霉。这个英语怎么说
？Well, you have bad luck.
Yeah.
Right? You just think you have bad luck, and then
you put so much pressure on yourself. It has nothing to do. You shouldn't behave in this way, actually. Yeah. That day, this lady Rinpoche really likes him a lot. He really holds himself up. Herself up.
또 갈리 가다 셴날 또 소소 심직 통로 톱소 토모 요사야 대가리 히대 까차샤는 지수를 뒤타고 가다 샤다는 뒤 소소가 당나 거기 좀 보여사야 그게 작
Rinpoche said, I really want to talk to her more. This lady, definitely he has a big understanding for her life. Rinpoche said, I have no time. If I have time, I want to talk to her more. I'm sure he has a very special understanding compared to other people.
왜나 다 신들이 다 소소 능력다 각각 오늘이 답샤가 남바서 영그리스 시그리스 치고는 요지 아니네 다 만바가 세나에 저 늦도 못 파다 세거지 다 뒤간그리 치스 소소 링나다가 뺐네 어는 말 다른데 단자 심카마다 치세고 저고 고고 다 람로 약바 처리되기 때문에 문자와때 바로 거기 요리 다니 메히는 예스 다 고바타시
That lady in New York, and the she's divorced with her husband. Actually, this is so hard for her life. Also, doctor said she has bad disease and her health situation is so bad. And Rinpoche said, in these two issues, whoever get in trouble with one, the mind already crushed, but she is still so happy and live so shining way. Rinpoche said, I really want to talk to her. I'm sure she has a different way of seeing the life. Rinpoche said, I have met so many people in my life, and when people get in trouble, always they are really in horrible depression situation. But for a person like her, went through so big obstacles in her life, and she's still so happy. Very unusual to meet, very difficult to meet this kind of people. And this person, she's the only one I have seen actually.
더 주바다 체세고고 되면 도모다 즉 도모는 연산만 살아야죠. 대티 심지가 심지기나 다 거야 거야 차기어리 티 심지대 심지기 있잖아요.
If as a practitioner they know how to train their mind, they can behave in this way. But this lady from New York, she is a beginner of Dharma study. She can treat her mind in this way. If in the future I have time, I talk with her, I'm sure she has a different mind compared to other people.
Question.
Do you think that she's thankful for her sickness in a way because she's thankful for her life? Do you think that she looks at her sickness in just another form of her life and therefore she's thankful for her life?
I asked Rinpoche, I don't know what's the idea. Kongi ko na cha poso ina ko yang sem du bo che me ina ko rangi minu da garden che cha song san de ina kan zi ina ko sem ju de me ji na.
Ana ta ni jam san ta tamo de hi ma ta ni ta ma hi na gi shim ji gi ja ge se ge ne ri.
Rinpoche said, I don't know which kind of attitude she has. This is why in the future, if opportunity, I want to discuss with her more.
Ta shektan ge chu ba re de ga. Chu ba re de ga na ta chu ba yin di jam san de hi de ta sem ku che ge ne mi. Chu ba men na ti hi de na ta sem ku che de ta ni ni ye yon ma.
If as a good practitioner, they know how the situation of the mind, they know how to train their mind. But as a beginner, you don't have deep study or have great experience to train your mind. You can be heavy in this way. It's really profound. Rinpoche said, in the future, if possible, I want to discuss with her more, see what's going on with her life. Actually, this is very unusual to meet.
She's
not speaking in her mouth. Oh, I'm still happy. You look at her, the whole person. She's really happy.
Na, after Mari, Cambo Mari, that you bear and a ram Mari, the God in the Mari, Ram Tender, you bear shop of the end. Not that I sometimes that have direct father to buy the gorgeous your target drag.
I'm not a tuku, I'm not a kambo, I'm not a great person, I'm a normal monk, I'm not a great monk, I'm not the worst monk, I'm the middle way of a monk. So, this person for me, I'm curious. How about her mind situation? I want to connect it with her. In the future, I want to see what's going on with her mind. She only came to me for twice. And in the future, if possible, I want to talk to her more. I like this person very much. How could she hold in this way? Rinpoche said, I'm really curious about her. I don't know about this person. I never met her, never heard about her. How could he organize her life in this way? So for her situation, I can say definitely she is a practitioner. But how about her Dharma practice, I don't know. But sure she is a Dharma practitioner. Because I don't know her before, we don't know each other, so I don't know the real reason what's going on in her mind. Because there are many people there, I cannot say, oh, you come to me again. If I speak in this way, other people will be jealous of her. So I didn't say anything.
I think This tanga yem sam deep shit and chimbo shake hinamari. Hinamari the ram shit tanga chu to yem set. You know shit it the race shit tanga chip shake in the maris.
So I don't know too much about the Dharma. From what I'm knowing, I speak in short anyway to you already. And anyway, I don't think I'm a person know or not. I don't know a little bit anyway. So doing prostration and then we'll give you the refuge.
Yeah. Michael now will take refuge.
Okay.
And will be bound by vows. And if you want oral transmission, is it Om Mani Padme Hum? Would you like to have that oral transmission?
Oh, that is different than the one that you.
Yeah. Can they still get?
Then je.
It'll be legal.
And then je.
Yeah. Can they still get oral translation of Om Mani Padme Hum?
Om Mani Padme Hum also okay. So he also wants to do like the Yija, the 100 symbols. You want to know
the? Maybe it's too much.
Maybe I ask Rinpoche.
I would like just to do this.
Yeah, that's too much.
And
he doesn't want.
Okay.
She
All Mani Padme Hum.
Yeah, he can't be committed to too much yet.
Yeah. 거기 개체시에는 다다 이자 도이나 파체 롱차서나 파체 고까지 말이 이게 엄마니 보면 농라이나 그 칸은 돈 대보이나 파체 냠수 렌지는 그래도 이게 장모 롱보이나 돈 그 말이 뉴뉴에 냠수 렌지를
많이 돈데 비싸서 막.
Yeah, your recite the mantra is already great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just recite Om Mani Padme Hum.
Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Yeah.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Yeah. So we prostrate to him and first.
Yeah. Just Michael.
When you're prostrated to Rinpoche, don't think you're prostrated to him, and we should think now we're prostrated to Buddha, Shakyamuni. Yeah.
Oh yeah, done this.
나 카페 당선은 님 때문에 나 줘봐요. 뭐지? 근데 와 양이도 양도 잠도 좀 봐라 아마가.
그래.
이게 지난 80年 罗伯松那个拉不着啊。那个上次马上就传皈依戒了，顶礼三拜，然后就一起传皈依戒。刚才谈话您没有听到，太可惜了。刚才上次讲的话特别好。
真的，我还说这个。
以后来讲法就让你直接上来听三会。好。还有你们听录音。好久不见，特别好，问问题问得很尖锐，有录音录了，问得太好了，他问的话题。然后仁波切念什么，大家跟着一起念。sorry， What Rinpoche saying we also 就是重复说他的话，我忘记怎么表。Repeat after。我 repeat after him Rinpoche speaking。
拉玛拉。加深切，三阶了，加深切，去了，加深切，给人了，加深切，拉玛了，加深切，三阶了，加深切，去了，加深切，给人了。加深切，拉玛了，加深切，三阶了，加深切，去了，加深切，给人了，加深切，先切，先切，仁波切，马吉，班南，吉吉尔吉，吉巴。
结巴，
年巴，没巴耶，公尼，公的，佩尔克，尔基瓦，德伊，尼尔德达，贡乔，森普，热吉尔尼，Joa, Shija, Malipa, Tei, Sala, Gobarako. Tago Jamdro thought me Tam Shabshamnayan, some you killing in the Jamdro Baris.
Now I promised to Buddha, and this means we will get the vow of taking refuge.
Ta tham sha ji yong su zokwa tham cha ta tsika sik ton zu sha ji yo jesi.
I already spoke a lot, but I can speak in one sentence.
Ta rang ta samba namba rang ji ko samba namba ta sha namba tham chi de jang ni ta pan shu nu zong te parur po ma yin ba sim chi ma ma yin ba sim chen tham cha la ta pan sim samba zang wo yin ni yin sam ji tham cha ko ni res.
I will give up all the harming thoughts and all the harming action, for not only for people but for all the sentient beings. I will try to benefit not only a human being but all the sentient beings. What I have said, actually I can speak in one sentence like this: to give up all the bad thoughts and try to benefit all the sentient beings. And if you based in this kind of compassion minds, you recite Om Mani Padme Hum Shri, it's already great.
Mane pe mehor, mane pe mehor, mane pe mehor, Omara Pazanar, Omara Pazanar, Omara Pazanar, Mohammed, and Gerep, and Master Mohammed, and Gerep, and Master Mohammed, and Gerep, and Umbad Samayam and the Balay, and Sadudino Batit, and Jerome, the Doctor, and the Mozuboka, and the Sarah, the man, the Saragamas, the Mr. Ogregan, hope I don't say that again. Madabama Samaya Sato, given the Kumso Sumbu in Roxy Maribati, Zanangobergo, Simpson, Bochimaki, Kibanim, on the contemporary code, Monjero, Totom Chocos, and Tay and Rovacan, the Kundus and Pajambos out of the Nason in the Mali Power. Okay.
So he gave the 4 oral transmissions to us now. One is Om Mani Padme Hum Shri, the God of compassion. One is Om Arapatana, the God of wisdom. One is Om Ahom Banja Guru Bema Siddhi Hon, the mantra of Guru Rinpoche. One is the 100 symbol. 那个叫什么？百字明英语怎么说？百字明。100 syllable. 100 syllable. 100 syllables, and the 100 syllables for purify our sin, purify our bad evils.
Okay.
Yeah.
No check and no you that check and don't at the model that sometimes you manning seem to in the if you can recite all this mantra, great. If you cannot recite all of them, you only recite the Om Mani Padme Hum Shri, it's already perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
To
live happily is very important. Try to persuade ourselves, training our mind to try to live all the time, be happy and in calm way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Visualization. We need to know visualization means.
Yeah. Chena 지금 콘서 엄마니 밤에 혼수 돈도나 세미나나 미르 먹고 곰 먹고
곰 탐나랍지 담다 뭐 탐나에 다음 인터뷰스.
If we can visualize this in the God of compassion, is great, but if we cannot visualization, we only with faith and we recite the mantra, it's also great.
Okay, the same thing with other mantras too.
The same, if you can visualize, great. If you cannot, then with faith you recite.
Okay, so visualize it in front of you or on top of you?
That doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. 可以开除。
谢谢你们。
谢谢，感恩
Thank you.
感恩赞师 ，Thank you。
你能发给我们照片吗？
我发给你照片，等一下。